this series just keeps getting on better and better. I'm so happy that freaking Gintama keeps going into this dark, crazy route of just seriousness. It's like, this is something that I've been wanting to see for a long time in this series, that it just, for a while, like, I mean, I love that the series is keeping its, like, comedy element and all that, but I love that for a while. It's like, you know, like, so Archie's like, you know what, let's keep going on with the seriousness. Let's make this a continuous, long, dark arc and stuff like that. And I was like, yes, this is what I've been wanting to see for so long in this series and all that. Okay, so I can't just but go on, but that starting of this chapter and all that, when we saw that dream and all that of, like, Kondo dying, and he, like, that's a reality. At first, I was like, dead. I was like, no, Kondo. Like, I was like, no, they're not doing this as Shinsengumi. It's like, no way. The two bigger characters to kill off and all that. But I was like, holy shit, I thought he actually just died. And it was like, no, it was Shishikara dreaming all along. And I was like, oh, thank God. It's like, I nearly had a heart attack there. I was like, although it was a dream, though, it can become a realization, since he was the captain of the Shinsengumi, and since, like, the new shogun with the Mimawaregumi are, like, just going around trying to, like, cut anyone down that was, like, allied to the shogun or, like, knew anything. And one of the best things to do is get rid of Kondo, since he was one of those allies and the captain of the Shinsengumi as well. So he's a little bit fucked on. Even when, like, the detective himself, like the hard-boiled one, which I'm surprised that he's even back in the series and all that after a long time, when he's asking Gintoki for help and all that, and this is where the bit where it's like, yeah, you keep the same, like, sort of, like, really, like, freaking, like, over-the-top, like, comedy of Gintama and all that, like, you keep those elements in there, which I'm really liking that they did and all that, to, like, get it back to serious point and all that. That's what the series, I feel, should, for quite a lot of the stuff that it's going for. Don't get me wrong, I love most of the comedy in Gintama. It's some of the funniest shit I've ever read and all that. But it's like, if you want to break it into, like, mainstream sort of audience and all that, then you kind of unfortunately have to keep going back into the action and stuff like that. And that's one reason why I just really didn't make it over here. And that saddens me to say that, but, you know, I love the series, so I don't care. It can be whatever the fuck it wants. And when we just saw, like, Gintoki, after getting this request from the hardboiled detective, it was like, when he was, like, tied up to a, like, fucking chain and shit. Like, this, like, weird, like, fucking bondage kind of shit going on like that. Like, S&M. It's like, he went straight up there to Kondo like that, and no one, I was like, piece of shit like that. It's like, she's there pointing her sword at Gintoki like that, and it's like, just Gintoki's face is like, you know, I'll make sure I'll get that nice little outfit of yours covered in red. It's like, Gintoki's like, he's not in a good mood. It's like, you trying to kill one of my friends here. Back the fuck off. And he's doing this, as he's saying, as he's fully injured, as he's on crutches, as he probably hasn't even, you know, he hasn't got ready enough to go against him with a blade or anything like that. It's like, I respect Gintoki. Gintoki's a fucking man. Like, he just goes like that. And one thing that just really got to me, you know, when Kondo asked Gintoki, say, yeah, this is my request and all that, make sure my boys don't do anything stupid and all that. Because he knows that they're going to try and rescue him, like Sogo, like Hijikata. And he's like, I'm not going to let Kondo die. I'm not going to let our captain die. We are the Shinsengumi and all that. It's like, anyone that doesn't want to, you know, do that is like, you're a scumbag and all that. And Hijikata's like, straight up, like, I'm not going in. And you're thinking, like, why? Like, why is he not doing this and all that? And it's like, what Kondo wants. He's saying, I want to rescue him as much as you do, but, and saying, no, we're just going to cause more problems. And it's like, I don't want him getting hurt, so I'm going to stay out of the way and all that, because he'll get hurt if any of us die or anything like that. So tragic and all that, just to see that from, like, you know, from Kondo's perspective and all that. But it's like, when he saw it, like, he said he didn't want to die through his rain. He was conflicted at the end of the chapter and all that, where he was, like, crying, and it's like, oh, it's raining and like that. That so much reminds me, and it's an epic scene from FMA Brotherhood when we see a certain funeral, and it's like when we see Roy Mustang there, and it's like, it's a terrible day to rain, like that. I was like, oh my god, I had so many vibes of that when I saw that, and I was like, that is a powerful moment from Hijikata, because we know Hijikata's never a guy that's like really, you know, friendly or opens himself up, and this is one of those times where he's like, you know, you guys mean a lot to me and Kondo. I don't want to see you get hurt. And that's him sort of, him backing down is like saying, I can't do it. Like, I really can't. I have a feeling like he's going to come, like, his mind is going to, like, say, okay, I need to help in the end and all that. But I could see, like, him finally moving on, saying, you know, I need to help. Here's my family and all that. I need to move on. And it's just interesting, like, how this rescue is going to go down. If we could actually see some people die in this and all that, or what's going to happen. I don't see kind of any of this season going to be dying or anything through this, but it's like, it's very interesting to see what's going to be happening in the next part of Gintama. This was a great chapter, by the way. Like, I really enjoyed this one. I'm going to give this one personally an 8 out of 10. Really good. Really loved it. Great setup for the next part of the arc and all that. This little Shinsengumi rescue arc that we got going on right now. But let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this chapter. I always thought it was amazing, but that's all for me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.